What's going on? Welcome to the finale of the Omen franchise review series. Finally, with the first Omen, I've dragged on this series much too long. I want to get on to the next one, so I'm glad to finally wrap this one up. This will actually be the first series that I fully wrapped up. The ranking will obviously be coming after this video, and then we can move on to some other series. We're getting into October, so definitely doing the Halloween franchise in October. So let's talk about the first Omen, released this year in 2024, directed by Arkasha Stevenson. And Arkasha Stevenson, I am excited to see what's to come of her because this movie was amazing and it really showed her style of filmmaking, which is my style of filmmaking that I like anyway. And it's the kind of stuff that I really look for. I mean, it's stylistic, but not too stylistic, not too modern. She really captured the 70s feel in this movie great. It looked like she was able to direct the actors very well. I mean, I'm sure the actors were amazing, so that just helped along with it. But overall, I cannot wait to see what's coming of her. She's definitely one that I'm going to keep my eye out for and watch pretty much whatever she makes next. I'll probably watch unless it's completely off the beaten path. I'm sure she'll stay on the horror route after the amazing reviews of this movie. This movie so far has been loved by fans, and I definitely understand why. This is one that I watched and I debated. It's the first time that I'm actually debating which one is my favorite between my two top favorites, which you guys can probably already guess the other one. But this one honestly makes me think of which one I like better. To start off, Nail Tiger Free, I think I'm saying that name right. It's a unique name. I've never heard of it before, but she does amazing in this movie as Margaret, the main character of this movie, obviously. I never really watched her in anything. I never heard of her, but she did amazing. She reminded me of the girl that played in Immaculate. I think her name was Sydney Sweeney. She did amazing in Immaculate, and this girl really reminds me of her. Ralph Ineson was another one that really stood out to me in this movie. I loved him as Father Brennan. I thought he did amazing. He stood out just like in my last movie review when I did the remake, when I was talking about the remake, how the pastor stood out to me in this one. He did amazing in this one, and it was another character that really stood out to me. I don't know what it is about like pastors or priests or whatever, but they are really starting to become some of my favorite characters. They just really stand out to me for some reason, and I thought Ralph did amazing in this movie as well. So basically, this is a prequel to the Omen, the original Omen of 1976, where it tells the story of how Damien came to be, his mother, what his mother went through, and how he was born, and the events that went on during that time. And I don't want to give away too much because it's a pretty brand new movie. It is out on Blu-ray now, which I will definitely pick up. Without giving too much away, it is, like I said, the story of Damien's mom and what she went through and how Damien came to be. And when they first announced this, I obviously didn't know, but I know that a lot of fans, because I wasn't a fan of the series yet, but a lot of the fans were really cautious, and some of them were already like downing it, saying that they shouldn't touch the Omen, especially like a prequel style. If anything, just make another sequel, or well, obviously I guess they could make another sequel but reboot it again. But I think this was honestly the way to go, the only way to go, and I think most of them were happy with what came out of it. The style of the 70s is captured perfectly in this movie. This movie is dripping with style and feel and soul that you can just tell this director loves movies, and she loves the original movie. You can tell that. It just bleeds through. She loves the Omen 1976, and I don't know anything about her, but I watch this movie and I just know she loves that original movie. She does it such good justice. There are honestly some shocking factors in this movie as well. There's a few times where you're just genuinely shocked at the imagery that you're seeing, which is hard to come by nowadays because it feels like everything has been made. Obviously, we have tons and tons of movies that still come out, but it just feels like everything has been done before. And it's hard to see something unique, but this movie has shocking factors to it, and I love that about it. It is unique. Like I said, it's dripping with style. Like I said, it's just in competition for my favorite Omen movie. A lot of fans of the Omen series, I think, it shares those feelings with me. You have Nicole Saros in here. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but She plays the little girl in this movie, and I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say anything about her character, but I thought she did amazing in this movie as well. The kills were amazing. There was some great gore in this movie. They didn't shy away from gore at all. At the same time, not showing too much. I mean, there's some disgusting scenes, but there's also times where they don't show too much, which that just adds to the feel of the 70s and how 70s horror films were made when they didn't show too much, because honestly they couldn't. And I think it benefits the movie more than hurts it. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give the first Omen 4 stars. I'm going to put it on par with where I put the original Omen. I'm pretty sure I gave it 4 stars. And these 2 movies are just neck and neck for me. Spoiler alert for my next video, but I think 4 stars is fitting for this movie. I don't see why it should get any less than that. If anything, I would give it more. But as of right now, with the newness, and I just want to sit down a little bit longer, I'm going to give it a 4 stars as of right now. It was amazing. Definitely check it out. If you're a fan of the Omen series and you haven't seen this one, I don't know what you're doing, but go see this movie. If you're not a fan of the Omen franchise, you can start with this one. I would, honestly, if you're not a fan of the Omen franchise, maybe you should watch this one first. You should probably watch this one first. I think it would get you into it, and then you can watch the original, because as the original is a great film, it's probably not for everyone. And I think everyone that at least enjoys horror films can enjoy this movie. Either way, I think you should check out this movie if you have not seen it. It's definitely worth the watch. Come back to this video and let me know what you think about it, or let me know what you already think about it down in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed the Omen franchise review series, and stay tuned for my next video, which will be ranking the entire Omen franchise from worst to best. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.